This is Chris.
This is Chelsea.
And this is aleandaida episode 8.
This is our Flosstube channel where we talk about what we're stitching and what we're drinking. Who goes first today?
You go first today.
Okay. So this is a new one to me.
Because this is new for everybody.
I think we've agreed that we're going to pronounce it Chouffe.
And all pronunciation is taken with care.
Yeah. So this is a blonde Belgian ale brewed with coriander. It is 8% alcohol by volume. It has a cute little story on the back that I'm not going to read you about gnomes and imps, and that this is their favorite beverage, I guess. It's imported through a company out of New York, but it's brewed in Belgium. So it is not just like a Belgian style. It is from Belgium. Yeah, it says artisanal Belgian golden ale. I looked it up online. It says its availability is year round. So this is not like a seasonal thing. But we've never purchased it. Have you ever? I've never seen it. Have you ever seen it?
Nope.
So you are going to be getting my first reaction here.
It could have some floaties in it. I don't know if it said anything about being filtered or anything.
I don't think it said one way or another.
A lot of times those, well, I guess it depends on, a lot of times they have little floaties. They're kind of hazy.
It's a pretty color. Yeah, it's hazy. It's like an orangey golden color. What does it smell like? Okay, first smell is just straight yeast.
Just smells like beer.
Yeah, it smells very yeasty, like rising bread. All right, let's taste it. It's like candy. So it's sweet. It's smooth.
A little weedy.
It tastes like wheat and orange, and
it's kind of like a super blue moon. That is a probably not a compliment. I don't care for blue moon though, so it just tastes like wheat.
Yeah, it's weedy and orangey. I can kind of taste like notes of like a little bit of herb.
It's herbaceous.
I like it. 8% is a little heavier than...
It does taste, you can taste the 8%.
Yeah, it's a little heavier than I would typically do like on a normal night.
That's what makes it like that candy.
Yeah, that really sweet candy taste. And I mean, it feels a little heavier than most wheats that I've had.
Because it's 8.
Yeah. So if you're a wheat beer fan, or if you just like Belgians, you'll probably like this. Yeah. If you want something light, crisp, and refreshing, this is not it. But if you're looking for something like dessert-ish, go for it. So, yeah, I would probably say this has got to be unfiltered.
Yeah, probably. It doesn't say anything else.
It doesn't say one way or another on the bottle.
It's a jar.
On the bottle, I didn't see what the bottle cap said.
Yeah, it should.
The bottle cap, I'm gonna save it for our little.
We can get that bend out.
Yeah, that's a fun one. Little gnome on a unicycle. Okay.
This is our first. So this brewery is near and dear to my heart. This is probably Sun King Brewery, and they're out of Indianapolis.
This is the brewery that kind of started us on craft beer.
That started us on craft beer. They have, and I probably know the most about these beers just because I've been drinking them the longest in terms of like just kind of what they have. But for the longest time, it was like their 4 main beers were their IPA, their Scotch ale, their cream ale, and there was a fourth one. And now I just said I knew about it.
So it was Osiris.
It was Osiris, Weemac,
Sunlight.
Oh, and the ESB, the Bitter Druid.
Bitter Druid.
Yeah, an ESB. Yeah. But I don't think they make that very much. English style brown.
I think so.
ESB. But they don't make that really anymore. And then they had all these. In a long time. Yeah, they had crazy seasonals. Like I remember they had one that was pine. It was called the Norwegian Blue, and that's like a joke on Monty Python.
They make one for the Indianapolis Indians
of the popcorn Pilsner
minor league baseball team.
Yep.
I am a huge fan of going to Indianapolis Indians games all summer long. Growing up, my parents always bought a season pass where it was like you got like a pack of 75 tickets that you could trade in as many as you wanted per game.
Season 2, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't like we didn't have seats, like
right. They're just season tickets.
Yeah, and we would go often, and they have a popcorn Pilsner, and it is baseball in a pint glass. It is awesome.
Yeah, but that was my craft brewery from the very, very beginning.
Right. So back in the day, when we were, when we were first starting to drink like craft beer, they used to have a Friday night fill night, $5
we used
fills.
To do, growler fills there were nuts.
$5 on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
And when you walked in with your growler, they would give you like 2 tokens.
Chips. There's 3 or 4 of them. You get like
really?
I think it was like
I thought it was 2.
There's 3 or 4. People just hang out, and like the people who are regulars would have samples, but sometimes they'd give away their samples. So sometimes you could get out of there drinking a beer and your growler, depending on
and you'd spend $5.
Yeah, when it was just a tap room and it was all like growler fills.
Yeah,
but now they have like a little eatery and they've expanded and everything, and
it's kind of like a really small version of Rheingeist.
Yeah, it reminds me of Rheingeist because it's an old warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a lot to say about them, but this is one of their fairly newer ones.
You want to show the can while you talk?
Yeah, it's a big favorite of mine now. It's called Pachanga. It's their Mexican style lager, and I wasn't really. I mean, I did not like Mexican lagers, but I really enjoy this. In a lot of local places, there's a little local Mexican restaurant we like to go to that carries their stuff.
If you're in Indianapolis and you like Mexican food,
you should go to La Parada.
La Parada is where it's at.
Yeah, it's pretty fire.
What's the alcohol by volume on this?
Like 4. It's not.
Is it on the box?
Probably. Well, I don't know. I never can find theirs, but it's not much. It's a lager. It's a Mexican lager. It's not anything like crazy.
There's the Sun King.
It's basic. It's a Mexican lager. It's lovely. We had breakfast burritos for dinner.
Yeah.
And I decided today would be a good day to do Sun King. So.
Yeah. So if you live in central Indiana, they have a couple tasting rooms now.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's
one up on the north side.
On College?
I thought there was one.
No, that's Upland.
No, you're thinking Upland. We should do Upland too.
Mm-hmm.
We should probably backpedal in the next couple. Not backpedal, but like we've been doing all kinds of breweries that we've been finding and stuff that are all over the place. We should probably backpedal and do some of like the Indiana staples. Upland is another one too. Upland's probably the first one.
But Christmas is coming, and there are so many good like seasonal Christmas craft beer.
I need to find Chamois Claus.
That basically
Chamois Claus isn't craft beer, but I guess technically it's craft beer. It's ancient beer.
Once Thanksgiving is over, I intend all of our episodes. Like, there's probably going to be 3 episodes between Thanksgiving and Christmas or so. I want to have Christmas, so maybe in January we'll just try and focus in on all.
Let's try to find some
central.
Chamois Claus.
Well, all Indiana, not necessarily central Indiana, but all Indiana.
I'm gonna start looking now. Anyway,
we'll work on finding some of our Christmas favorites.
Yeah.
But that is what we're drinking.
Yeah.
All right. So updates. Last weekend was super fun. So Pam and Steph from Just Keep Stitching came in to town to stay with Kia and Nathan, and we crashed their party for a day. And Kia had called it like the Hocus Pocus retreat. And she made me a fantastic oversized hoodie, or it's not a hoodie, it's a sweatshirt, to match like everybody's Hocus Pocus ones. And we watched the movie and we ate a lot of good food.
It was amazing to have the opinions of someone of an adult who's never seen Hocus Pocus.
Yeah, that was really fun to get their reactions. And I totally think their assessment is fair, that if they had, like if Steph had grown up watching Hocus Pocus, it probably would have landed way differently. But I can totally see watching it as an adult and being like, it was fine, but like that's how I felt. I never watched.
I feel like fine is probably that's a pretty good, if you've never seen it and you said it was fine, I feel like that's a pretty generous. It's not the best movie. Technically, I love the movie, but I'm just saying it didn't do well either when it came out.
No, but they also released it in like the summer.
Just saying.
So, but we had a good time hanging out with them. I found it really cool to talk to Pam in particular about, we've told you guys before that Chris's coworker gave us a bunch of her stash.
Oh yeah.
And she took really good care of all the magazines she ever had. So we have magazine, like just Cross Stitch magazine and all these different publications from the 80s all through the 90s. Cause it looks to me based on her stash that she stopped stitching in like the early 2000s ish. And she just stored this stuff really well. And so I was talking to Pam and she was kind of telling me some things that I should watch out for, that if I see them, like they're sought after. So it'd be really cool if I found them. And I just had a lot of fun, like learning from her about that
she's super sweet about my Halloween Quaker, all excited about it. Just looking at the chart and looking at what I'd done, and she said a couple things I hadn't thought about yet. So because I was planning on moving like across, but now I think I'm going to move down. Because I do want to get to that village, but anyway, the little houses. We'll talk about that at the piece, but
so that's
she was super
what
genuine and interested, and
and
we've hung out with them before, but I think this is different. Yeah, we've known I don't know, we've just been more familiar with them, so
yeah, that was a lot of fun. And then he went back to work after his vacation on Monday, so that's always an adjustment. Of when you're a stay-at-home parent and your spouse is home for a week and then your spouse goes back to work and you have to like readjust and like recalibrate and be like, oh yeah, I remember how to do this. So that's been me this week. And this will be a good transition into whips because y'all, I have not gotten much stitching done this week.
It was all that weekend for me pretty much.
Yeah. And so, part of it is that he went back to work and I was like a little like, what am I doing here? Like I have to cook and do laundry and like all this stuff. But also part of it was I kind of went into my annual panic before Christmas where I'm like, we're about to get like all this fun stuff for Christmas and I have to clear out stuff so that it has places to go. So, like, I know that my kids are each going to get, like, a stack of books. And so I had to go through all the books and weed out the ones they don't read anymore or, you know, all that stuff. I know they're going to get clothes. So I had to weed out all the clothes that don't fit or, you know, have rips and tears. And, I filled up his truck bed yesterday with things for Goodwill. Like, bed linens for twin size beds that we don't have anymore. And I mean, it was a lot. And then I did more today. So I've gotten a lot done, but not in stitching. But I'll show you what I do have done, or what I have done stitching wise. So my main focus, as has been true since this Flosstube started, was coming to America. I think, oh, sorry guys, this is really wrinkly from the hoop right now, but I'm not ironing it between. So I think when I showed you guys last time, all I had was Mary Allerton, but today I finished Catherine Carver. So I have how many names? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of our ladies are on board. So that's pretty cool. There were a few nights where I sat down and I was like, I'm gonna stitch a whole name, and like I'm pretty sure I sat down and I started stitching Dorothy, and when I finished the Y, I was so tired that I just went to bed, and then I woke up a few hours later, stitched Brad, and went back to bed and got up and stitched Ford the next day. So it's slow going, but they're coming along. So there's that. And this is not the right bag.
Where am I looking?
I need
bird bag.
Yes, this one. My Kentuckiana sow with my girl Jen stitching in the bluegrass. I worked on this one a little bit, but it's been a couple days. She is sailing by me. Whoops. So this is what I have. I guess let me show you. We're doing Lila's Studio Season's Blessings.
Lila.
Here it is.
It's tiny.
Yeah, it's 40 count. I'm working on the fall bird. Jen started on the winter bird. So I'm stitching this on 40 count Oaken by Picture This Plus is what I'm working on. So yeah, I finished that whole side, but there are like these little embellishments that I haven't put in yet, and then got Blessings finished and the F, and then this line will come extend down. Once I get
Are there two? There's only 2 birds, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So once I feel like once I get some more time, or feel like I have more time, this will move along a lot faster. But I'm not.
You're stitching 1. Is it 1?
1/2.
Yeah, 1/2.
Yeah.
1 thread. 1.
1 thread, or 1 strand over 2 threads.
Yeah, because you have to bury using the. What do you call that method?
The pin stitch.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah. So this is only the. I mean, this is. I'm really new to 40 count, like 2 weeks ago. So,
That's great.
Yeah, I'm not moving quite as fast, but I really,
40 count.
I really like this chart. And it's funny because, so Jen put out a Flosstube a couple days ago, I think, talking about it. And we watched it and we were stitching. Right before I watched her video, I told Chris, I was like, Lila has the clearest charts. Like, they're super easy to read. They're just like, I don't have to squint at them.
The symbols are like reasonable.
The symbols are easy to differentiate. They're bold, and it's just, the charts are big. So yeah, I love her charts. And then Jen talked about how good and clear and easy to read her charts were. And it's just because it's true. They're really good. So that's all the stitching I've gotten done this week. But, well, I'll tell you more in plans. So let's see your whips.
Okay. I probably did the most on this one because it was all over the weekend. The anniversary stitch, I finally picked it up. The Arwen quote. I got that fancy A done.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it's all.
What's
it's all
this little
letters.
hook?
That's the G.
G in Arwen?
In ages.
Ages. It's not her
Arwen
name.
does not appear anywhere on the chart. One lifetime with you. Face all the.
So that's we got that chart on Etsy. It's Steph X stitch on Etsy. It will be linked.
And it's a higher count, or a lower count. The X's are bigger, is what I'm trying to say.
It's 28 count Monaco.
Mm-hmm.
Just the Charles Craft DMC brand.
It's not. Oh, I was gonna say I'm not stitching a DMC. I'm stitching it all.
Yeah, you're stitching
All
overdyes.
overdyes,
but
that were converted.
The Monaco is DMC brand.
That one's not super exciting. It's not the right word. We talked Halloween Quaker. This village. I think I started here, and I've just kind of like done this kind of corner, and I was just kind of keep going this way. I think I'm gonna go down.
So what did Pam say that made you?
She said that she really likes that little village, that little, well, I won't call it village, a little street. And I hadn't even thought about it. It's really funny because I was only looking at this corner pretty much, and then she was like, "Oh, there's cats there," and I was like, "Oh yeah, there are cats." And then she said something else. The skeletons. I literally didn't realize that was skeletons for a minute because I just kept thinking I'm gonna start there, and I could only see like the witch and the Happy Halloween and stuff. So she just pointed out all this fun stuff that was kind of like on here that I hadn't looked at yet. So I want to go down and do the village, I think.
Oh, just for the fun of it? Just to stitch something fun?
You mean go down to that?
Is that why you're changing course?
Yeah, just to get to the little houses because they're cool.
That's fair.
Because otherwise I was just going to go across. And I don't mind monochrome, but I don't like having to switch so much between the monochromes, right? Because this is like black coffee and this is this one, but these are both blackbird, so it's kind of like, I don't know. I should actually get it out, I suppose.
Yeah, you should. Can I see the cover photo though?
Mm-hmm. What I got done on this one, I think I finished the hat last video. The hat was done the last video. So the hat had all the colors and everything. But I finished this first motif. Black coffee.
Fun.
And then there's one over here that's really similar, and it's all blackbird. So I need to go down and do this one here, and then this is a bunch of flowers and stuff. But I finished that black coffee, that first black coffee motif. And I'm so glad, because I thought that one was going to take forever. Like when I started it, I think I said this last time too, like when you start something and it's like you can't see how it's coming together, so you're kind of taking your time, and you're like, I'm never going to get to here. And then next thing you know, you're stitching 75 squares or whatever these are. So boom.
And that is, you're doing that on 32 count
32
bikini.
count bikini, all called for overdyed, super fun threads.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I could keep going to the right and stitch the moon, because that's a color I haven't used before. That one's bamboo.
Oh, that white color?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a white. It's got a little yellow in it. Sorry, I don't want to set that by my cup sweat.
So are those your two whips? No, you've only shown one. No.
Mm-hmm. I showed two.
Guys, I'm so tired.
I wanted to work on the Bart start, but tragedy struck, and I don't know.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I started that at Key and Nathan's, and I just pulled floss and fabric from what they had, and I can't find the bobbin. I don't know what blue I was using.
That navy blue?
Yeah.
I bet Kia remembers.
She'll remember.
I think she said it was her favorite navy.
So we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
So I didn't start that because I couldn't find it and I was tired.
Yeah.
That's why I don't think I stitched it all that day. That was like Monday.
Yeah. So plans. I've got some plans.
Okay.
So to make up for the stitchy time I did not get this week, Kia and I are going to try and do another 24 hours. I think this weekend is like the official 24 hours that Jen Lee does. Mm-hmm. So Kia and I are going to participate. Our plan, I don't know if we're recording it. I don't know all of our plan, like all the specifics, but we are going to do holiday movies the whole time. So we've made a list of ones that we each want to watch, and we're just going to we're just gonna stitch and watch Christmas, and I have a couple Thanksgiving movies on the list. And my focuses are going to be Mayflower and my sow, my Kentuckiana sow. And then I'm going to pack a couple others in case I need to like step away. Like if I get frustrated or something, like I'll probably bring Sleepy Hollow. Just something if I need to shift gears. Oh, and our anniversary piece. I'll bring that one too. So I'll plan on having 4 projects with me, but my focus, and I'm probably going to spend at least half the time on Mayflower. At least half. I think Kia is hoping to spend almost all of her time on Mayflower because she's trying to finish by the 9th.
The 9th?
Yeah.
That's like tomorrow, nearly. Pretty much. Tomorrow's the 6th.
We're recording this on the 5th, but
that's nuts.
That
means that the 9th is like Sunday. Or it's Monday, isn't it?
I thought it was Monday.
Yeah.
Well, that's why we're doing the 24 hours.
Okay.
You share your plans, and then I have one other fun thing to share.
I picked up another Waxing Moons trio. Y'all have seen it. Turkey trio. New season. Turkey season.
It's not actually, you can't hunt a
It
turkey.
is Thanksgiving season. No. Well.
Not in Indiana right now, at least. It's deer season.
No, but turkey, it overlaps. I don't know. We'll have to look at it. Yeah, I can't remember. I have no plans. I have no plans on doing any turkey hunting. So I don't know.
Keep talking. I'm just looking it up.
I'm going to do this one that says peaceful because I thought it looked the most realistic. Because I really like when you come around a field and you see a bunch of turkeys. I don't know. They're really funny. Like that. I really like them. And that's usually what they look like. This weekend is the last time I will probably go out. Well, maybe. We'll see. It's probably the last time I go out hunting.
Fall archery.
It's like...
is over. Well, oh, wait. Okay, so fall archery...
It picks back up, doesn't it?
...is October 1st through November 1st, and then December 5th through January 3rd. If you're hunting with a firearm, you're done. Because it was October 21st through the November 1st.
So, anyway.
So I guess you could go out for a turkey in December if you want.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm really having a good time doing it. This is the first year I've ever done it, and it's been very fun. I've seen 6 deer. I've seen 8 deer. I saw 2 the first time.
It's just fun to see them.
I saw 2 the first time. I saw 2 like the 3rd time, and then I saw 4 last time. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I've seen a lot for my first year. So
yeah. So you're going to start one of those.
Yep.
The peaceful one?
The peaceful one. Yep.
Yeah. So something fun that I have going on. First of all, I didn't mention several of you complimented me on my glasses. Thank you. That is so nice. It made
She
me
was
feel
not happy about the contacts.
I lost my contacts.
Like a whole box.
Well,
right.
no, it was a new pair.
Oh, a new pair.
That was still in the box. So I lost one pair of contact lenses, and I still wear the monthly ones. So I lost a month, which is a bummer. But my prescription are expired in October, so I was due to get a new script anyway. But they can't see me until, like, they're thinning out the appointments because of COVID, because they don't want as many people in the office at the same time, which I totally get. It's fine, but it means that I'm having to wait a little longer to get in. So it's going to be a couple more weeks with my glasses. So I really appreciate you all being so sweet and telling me you liked them. I like them too. They're super fun. They're transitions. They turn green. It's really fun. Second fun thing. For the holidays, I'm not going to talk a whole lot about this, but I'm having a 31 party. If you're not familiar with 31 Gifts, they make like utility totes that are pretty popular, and like thermal bags. When I was a full-time nurse at the hospital, like I feel like every nurse had a 31 lunch bag. I used to sell 31 when our son was first born as just something fun for me to do. I don't sell it anymore, but I still like their stuff, and I from time to time will place an order. The Christmas catalog is always probably my favorite because the Christmas patterns are really fun. And because I shared that I've really been enjoying using the large zipper pouches as project bags because they're only like $17, I just decided, what the heck, I'll have a party for Christmas. So I'm having a party that I'm going to link below. If you have a consultant, I want you to support your consultant. I don't want you to place an order with me unless you don't have like somebody local that you could support. Full disclosure, my consultant is my mother-in-law. It's his mom. But I'm sure she would agree with me that don't place an order on my party if you have an option to support somebody you know. But if you'd like to place an order and grab yourself a couple project bags, these are all you can put your monogram. Yeah.
Personalize them.
Yes. This is the large zipper pouch, which I think is a perfect size for most cross-stitch projects. They have small zipper pouches that are like the size of like a Notions bag. I just don't have one. But here's the reason I really wanted to have a couple new things from 31. They have this line called the Get Creative line. It's for crafters, guys. So even if you don't place an order through my party, if you're interested in these and you have a consultant, go check these out. So this is the Get Creative. Let me pull it up because I want to send you the right place if you're looking for it. Oops. This is called the Get Creative Zipper Pouch. This pattern is called Twinkling Plum. This is $24, and let me show you. So obviously it's not too big or bulky. This is a Velcro pouch right there. I don't have anything in it yet, but you could put your chart there depending on how big it is. So you open it up, and this whole side is like pin pouches kind of. But if you're a knitter or a crocheter, this would be good, a place for your like knitting needles or your crochet hooks. I have my highlighters. These are my favorite highlighters. Crayola Take Notes. They're erasable and they legit erase. So this middle section is like a clear zipper pouch. So I have my grandma readers there, and some embroidery scissors and extra needles, and a needle minder. And then on this back section, this fits his iPad. This is an old iPad mini, like a first gen iPad mini.
He still stitch off it though.
Yeah, he stitches off of it. If I didn't have a case for my Samsung Galaxy Tab, my 10-inch fits in here, but I have a separate case for it. I love this thing. It is awesome. And now I take it with all my stitching stuff all the time. Because each project bag, I typically have like a little bag that has my floss in it, but then I have my scissors and extra needles and all that stuff that I might need in here, and I'm really enjoying it. So just thought that actually one of you gave me the idea of having a party and linking. So I just thought I would make that available in case anybody wants to place an order. If you do place an order on my party, so you'll get like the normal customer special, but just as an added thank you, I thought that it would be fun if you are a subscriber to our channel and you spend $25 on my party or on the 31 party and shoot me an email and let me know that you did. I'm going to put your name in a drawing for a free large zipper pouch that I will pay for and get to you. So the party is going to be open until November 13th. So make sure if you want to try and win a free zipper pouch as a gift from us to you, make sure to place an order for at least $25 by November 13th and send me an email at aleandaida@gmail.com, and I will have all that in the description box.
Wow.
Yeah. So, is that it for us today? I think that's it. So have a great week, guys. Thanks for being with us again. Cheers.